Hello, we are back, everybody. Welcome back to Sailor's Wife Crazy Life. So I promise you that not all of my videos in the future will be sit down videos, but we are back. You see my new backdrop. You guys will get a vanity tour in the next video, which I'm super excited about because you guys will see my whole new setup. I've got new shelves, new everything. So we are going to make the sit down video short, sweet, to the point. I know that it has been since like the end of January since I've uploaded a video. There's just been so much going on in my life. You guys cannot even imagine. So I have my little list here if you see me looking down, because I want to make sure that I get all the information out to you. There's just been a lot going on, so let's get right into it. So you guys last saw me, I think, like the middle of January, end of January, something like that. So we're just basically going to go month to month, and I'm going to tell you how everything panned out and how everything went, and you guys will just know what's going on in my life. So in February, obviously we had Valentine's Day. I was working a lot, and you know, obviously not a lot. I still worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I was doing 40 hours in a weekend, and y'all, it just eventually started to get to me. So you guys know in the past that I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I would come home on Monday morning, try to stay up as much as I could, but then of course I couldn't hold my eyes open anymore, so I would have to lay down and go to sleep. The kids were in virtual school, so that was always a pain in the butt, because my husband was sometimes here, sometimes he wasn't. We all know life of the military spouse. So basically I was sleeping pretty much all day Monday. I wasn't even anywhere near human until the middle of Tuesday, and then, you know, I would have basically Wednesday and Thursday to be a full-blown human, and then Friday I would have to sleep again to then go back into work Friday night and do it all over again. So that kind of started happening, and it was just a vicious cycle. I wasn't getting anything done. There wasn't really anything that I could do because I was working on the weekends. So yeah, just working a lot, getting as many hours as I could. But again, the 12-hour night shift was getting to me. I think the majority of people pretty much say that the 12-hour night shift, it's about a 2-year span, and then, you know, your body just starts to hate you for it. And it honestly did. Like, bones ached, you know, just always feeling gross. And, you know, yeah, I still have my hair up in a messy bun, but like, it was in a messy bun 24/7, just never feeling myself. Like, I didn't want to do anything. So March came around, I still was working a lot. There was some odds and ends of stuff that was going on at work as well. Obviously we all know that politics plays a lot in the workforce, but excuse me, it started to get kind of bad at this point. And then at the end of March we have Brennan's birthday party. I wanted to take that whole weekend off. It was a big to-do thing. They didn't want to let me off work for the whole weekend. So basically I ended up working, like, I don't remember if it was 1 day out of the weekend or 2 days out of the weekend, but again, the whole weekend of my son's birthday was just kind of clustered by, we need you to work, we don't have anybody to cover you. And they weren't mean about it. It was just basically like, even though I had put my time in more than enough time, like I've always put my time off at least a month in advance when really they only need 2 weeks. I always make sure that I was putting it in ahead of time. So that kind of happened, and it kind of, like, you know, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. It just kind of sucks because that was my son's 6th birthday and I wanted to be there. Who wouldn't want to be there? So that was the end of March. April rolls around, stuff at work is just getting really bad. I don't want to get into the logistics of it, but there was just a lot of politics. There were things being said behind people's backs. Like, these women are in their 20s and their 30s, some of them even much older than me. I'll be 36 this year. And they just acted like they were in high school. And I don't understand for the life of me how people can act like that. You know, I bit my tongue a lot and I didn't say anything, but probably around the end of April, getting into May, You know, my husband's birthday is May 8th, and then Mother's Day is May 9th. Thanks for that. So there's a lot of years where we have to share the day. But this year it was Saturday and Sunday. So I even offered for them, I said, you know, I'll work on Friday, but I want Saturday and Sunday off. Saturday is my husband's birthday, Sunday is Mother's Day. I had literally worked the last 2 Mother's Days. Even when people who didn't have kids were taking that day off. So I said, I'm taking Mother's Day. I wasn't mean about it. I was very nice about it, but you know, I wanted that weekend off. And I'm talking end of March to beginning of May. So I hadn't taken any time off in between there. And I let them know, or probably around the middle of April, that I wanted that weekend off. Again, it was a big ordeal. Things politically were just getting ridiculous at work. And there was just, I kind of had enough. So that weekend of Mother's Day, I sat down with my husband. I sat down with my husband's aunt, who is now lovingly my aunt. You know, I have many family members, obviously. You know, I sat down and I talked to them and I said, look, this is, I've had enough. But I didn't want to, for whatever reason or for whatever excuse, like kind of leave my family in a lurch. Like, we've done it before. We've done it where, you know, I haven't worked before and Jared's kind of been the breadwinner, and I didn't want to go back to that, especially because we got a new car a year ago for my husband, and, you know, we're able to live, you know, comfortably without having to live paycheck to paycheck. Because when you're a military spouse, and there's nothing wrong with it, when the military spouse is the only one working, you kind of stretch it a little bit. I mean, honestly, and the cost of living up here is kind of crap. So, you know, living with one income really sucks. So, I let it rock on for about another week and a half. I said, you know, I'll give them kind of quote unquote one more chance. You know, I won't push the issue. I'll see if things will get better. Things were said to the boss, not by me. But things were brought up to my boss, and it was, you know, I'll have a conversation with these people, and I will make sure that these people know what's going on and how kind of awkward a lot of you are feeling, and maybe if we need to, we'll have a company meeting or what have you. But the problem with the company meetings is that when the boss is in the room, obviously, oh, everything's going to get better and we're going to make it work, and things would go back to normal for 2 weeks, maybe possibly a month, and then it would revert back to the way that it was. So it never got better. It just seemed like those people got better for a minuscule amount of time, and then it would get bad again. So finally, the middle of May, between like the 15th and the 20th. Now, the way that it laid out was that I gave my 2 weeks notice. However, because I only work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I talked to my boss and I said, I'm technically giving you my 2 weeks notice, but that 2 weeks, because I gave it to her on a Friday, 2 Fridays before my actual, like, last day, I guess you could say. So I worked that weekend, and then the following weekend was the 23rd, or the weekend of the 23rd. So I worked that last weekend, and then technically my last day would have been the following Friday, but our pay period also ended on the 23rd. So I spoke to her and said, you know, this is technically my 2 weeks, but unless you absolutely positively need me, like, I don't want to come in just for that one Friday, because that one Friday would have been on the following check. So I would have had one day. Uncle Sam would have had his hand in my pocket so deep I wouldn't have gotten a check worth crap anyways. So she said that was fine. So in the midst of all of this, I randomly, within those 2 weeks, had put my application out on Indeed and this and that, and Facebook even. So I put my resume out there. Within a 24-hour span, I got offers from like 4 different companies. So I started work at a new job. I literally had no time in between jobs. So y'all, my life has been crazy. So my last day with my previous job was the 23rd, working 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. to the 24th. My first shift with my new job was the evening of the 24th. So I am getting away from night shift. However, right now I am working what I would consider to be like a second shift. Like, I gave him my hours of operation from 3 to 11. So he gets me between 30 to 40 hours. It is a family-owned business again, but it is a husband and a wife, and they do in-home health care. which is what I love. I mean, that's basically what I was doing at my other job, but this is more in reference to like you go to those particular patients' houses versus having them in some sort of group home setting. So I told him as long as you can get me between 30 and 40 hours. I did get a little bit of a pay raise, which is nice. So I literally had no time. I literally went on shift on the 24th that evening at 4 p.m. and I worked from 4 to 10. So I definitely had no time in between. Thus far, it's been amazing. They have been completely and utterly awesome with me. If I need to have, I guess you could say, time off or whatever the case may be. And then, so basically I've been with them since the 24th. So I'm almost at a month. Again, it's been great. They're awesome. It's an awesome company. I don't want to like give out their personal information or anything like that unless you're looking for a job, and then you can, you know, hit me up in the comments and we'll see what we can do, because they're always looking for people to help. So June has rolled around. Obviously, I had been with the company for about 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks, and you know, I'm telling you, there's been a lot that's happened in my life. It's been crazy. So last Friday, well, backtrack 2 seconds. For about a week as of last Friday, I don't want to get into too many gross gory details, but I do work in homes where it's 90 degrees outside, and then they're little elderly people, most of them, so they keep it 90 or higher in their house. So I'm a bigger girl. I'm bigger chested. I've gained a lot of weight since I was 120 pounds. I'm not gonna lie. I do sweat. Obviously, everybody sweats. So I had kind of developed a rash underneath my arms, which I thought had been from shaving, or that maybe I had a bad razor, but then, you know, there was no rash on any other part of my body that I might have shaved. I kind of let it rock on. I doctor mommed it at home because I know what medicines to use. So I was using kind of like an antifungal cream and going back and forth, just making sure it was dry, stayed dry. And then all of a sudden on Friday, I was getting out of the shower, getting ready to go to work, and I noticed that the rash was spreading. So this was not like a fungal thing. Like, I had been treating it for over a week for like a fungal infection, TMI. I'm sorry if this bothers anybody. I'm in the nursing field, so none of this crap bothers me. So anyways, I finally went and got it checked out, and I ended up being off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which in turn kind of worked out in a good way because it was my anniversary weekend. However, I was miserable all weekend. And then on top of everything, Saturday, our AC unit goes out. On our anniversary, our AC unit goes out. You gotta love the military. You get what you get. You don't throw a fit. Yeah. So it went out on Saturday, or we kind of noticed it on Saturday, and then, you know, we are basically caught up to now. So they got our AC unit fixed. It is Monday. They got our AC unit fixed, which is wonderful. So we really only had about a day and a half without AC, but of course the rash was made worse. It's gotten a lot better. I'm on steroids. I'm on all sorts of stuff to try to combat it, hopefully, and I'm hopefully going to get into a dermatologist. Hopefully it's not like a gluten allergy or anything like that, because I love my food, obviously, as you can tell by my body. And again, on the body topic, you guys will see hopefully in the next couple of videos that my husband graciously bought us a Peloton for our combined anniversary gift, and I'm so excited. I bought some gym activewear to where I can get on it and start running my you-know-what into the ground and hopefully lose some of this weight. Just not even really lose a lot of weight. I'm not looking to lose a crap ton of weight. I just want to feel better about myself. I feel like if I get back into a normal workout routine where I was before, where I was, you know, working out and eating healthy. So today I went to Costco, you know, bought a bunch of healthy snacks because unfortunately with the hours that I do work, I'm kind of missing dinner, or I eat really late or have to eat really early. So I got some keto snacks. I'm not doing keto diet, but those seem to be the healthiest snacks that I can kind of take with me in a little go bag to work. So I have that, and then I bought some liquid IV because I do not drink enough water. That is my biggest issue, so I got some of those, and I've been drinking on those. So hopefully all will be good and well. I have a couple videos lined up for you guys in the next couple weeks, which I'm super excited about. It's going to be a continuation of another video that I did like literally a year and a half ago, and it is like my most requested video. Everybody loves it, so we're going to be making a new video about that. And that's pretty much it, y'all. Like, if you have any questions, you can definitely comment down below and I will answer as much as I can. I do see your guys' comments, so I do try to comment when I see them. Let's keep it nice and neat and pretty. Y'all don't be ugly. God don't like ugly, as my mama used to say. There's no need in writing nasty comments. I've had a few of those lately on old videos that were posted way too long ago that do not need those types of negativity. So, anyways, on a lighter note, I hope you guys had an amazing Memorial Day weekend, because that just passed. We had an amazing anniversary weekend at home, hot as blazes, but it was good. And we got Peloton on order, so that will be here in the next couple of weeks, so you guys will get to see that, and I'm super excited about that. We also have some decluttering and some reorganization of the garage and our outside storage unit, so I may do that. I have a few things lined up other than that, but you guys, that's it. You're caught up. Congrats. There's not that much exciting about my life, but I wanted to catch you up because it has been a couple months and that's my fault. So, as always, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe down below. Remember to hit the bell so you always see the videos. And as always, you guys, you know the drill. Keep living the crazy life. See ya.